My dear friends, it's Andrea here with a sort of urgent market update. Some of you asked me about the current situation in regards to stable coins, depegging, USDC, what will happen with USDT, is there any danger of depeg there as well? And I would like to briefly outline some things that I considered analyzing these days, and you will have clear dates, exact dates that I cannot tell all of them by heart because the situation is pretty complex. In the link below, you will have in the description of this video a link to my website where you can see the situation outlined with clear dates. And what can we expect? I would like to tell that Circle, the issuer of USDC, is a very, let's say, compliant and audited company in my opinion. If you look at the website, they do have regular audits from financial authorities, and they received also the last report in regards to this audit in January 2023, so it is pretty fresh, and they do this continuously in order to ensure the stability of the USDC coin. Therefore, I do think that the headwinds against them currently, so to speak, are not really permanent in nature or long-term in nature, due to the fact that we do have positive aspects as well, but nevertheless, the astrology shows currently turmoil. It is something that we experience. The aspects are exact on March 30th for USDC. We do have a negative aspect on Circle, on the company itself, on April 4th. So basically, the happenings now are within this orb of influence for these aspects. Now I looked at USDT as well, where we see a strong march until the 26th at least, and I think based on this we do not have any reason to worry about depegging USDT, at least not these days. And I want to outline the fact that yes, there will be discussions, the next weeks will be full of news in this regard, and a lot of opinions will be expressed, I think, in regards to stablecoins. And I see in general April quite active in this regard for USDT as well. You can see the aspects from 10th of April to 24th of April, but then the situation would be much less tensioned around the 24th of April, specifically for USDT. Basically, I think much will be discussed, but not so much will happen in my opinion, at least not in a negative way, although the sentiment and the fear in the market can stay quite negative, especially in the first part of April. In the sky, so to speak, for USDT, because I know that a lot of retail investors are interested in this. We will have some oppositions between Uranus and Saturn, which is about innovation versus tradition, law compliance, which is Saturn, the old world. And these oppositions, which are negative in nature, will happen in April, in June and November, where we can see the topic reiterated, but nevertheless, although there will be some difficulties for Circle as well, in September, afterwards, in the last months of the year, I see recovery. So this leads me these individual aspects, for all these, basically Circle, USDC, USDT, all considered separately. The astrology has some convergence about problems now in late March and early April, the first half. Now, of course, we can see everything also from another angle in order to be more sure or more confident about our statements. And lately we saw that the crossing of certain stars really changed the landscape in the markets a lot. Let's think about, the pump in January with Mars crossing certain stars of wealth, and this basically overruled the specific aspects of the various charts. And I don't know if something like that will happen again, but there is a reason for hope. And I would like to share with you this macro, I would call it macro perspective, which can overrule the individual specific charts of coins. So we do have currently Saturn oppose the star of Regulus. Regulus is a royal star. It's like the king, the government, the authority. Saturn represents the hoi polloi, the normal people, and the masses in general, but it's also the sign of rules, justice, regulation, restrictions, constraints, so playing by the rules. So we see here this opposition, and this was exact on the 9th of March, and being Saturn, which moves very slowly, at least 1 degree after exactitude, this will still be active. And it's on March 17th. So what does it show? Saturn is in a sort of power position in this case. So I don't think that there would be, a very hard rule or regulation on stable coins right now. And the situation will find its balance and would find also benevolence from Regulus, basically the royal star, and the government. So regulation, I think, would be favorable on March 17th. And why do I say that? Again, the same date. On that date, we do have Venus, which is the planet responsible for monetary value, and this will be basically in a trine, a very positive aspect with Regulus. And it's Venus, it's moving fast, so the influence would be shorter, which would pinpoint again the March 17th as a date for this to happen. So this is my reason to state that I would be rather positive, so optimistic in this regard. Yes, there would be discussions. I see turmoil now until mid-April roughly, and in the upcoming months, like I said, I think it would be a topic in the background, but still it will have a decent resolution, and I would not expect a disaster. Thank you for your attention, for liking and subscribing, and until next time, be joyful, stay optimistic and calm.